Hello, and welcome to the latest Street Smart Business Briefing. The three biggest reasons most business owners don't create a profitable, scalable, saleable business. Now, the areas covered here are the biggest challenges of business owners and why they occur, why many companies are victims of the digital age, what you need to do to scale your business for a sale. Now, this information is based on over $300,000 of research and observing literally thousands of business owners around the world. Why listen to us? My name's Ian Marsh. I'm CEO of Street Smart Business School. Built 5 multi-million-dollar businesses, generated well over $70 million in those companies, built one of the largest business coaching and consulting organisations in the Southern Hemisphere, and have literally hundreds of success stories from students that are now living better business lives. We're an international business consultancy that specialises in profit solutions, improving business efficiency, and marketplace dominance. And we've worked with all organisations from the largest corporates right down to the smallest individuals. In fact, what I'm about to share with you with this research applies to any business in any industry. It does not matter whether you're a lawyer, whether you're an accountant, a consultant, a tradesman, a butcher, baker, or even a candlestick maker. And to share this research with you, we're going to do it in the way of a story so that you can relate with it and understand how these principles do apply. So let me introduce you to Tom. Tom had this great idea of going into business for himself. Why? Well, he wanted more money, more time, more freedom. And it all started working well for him as he hooked into his business, but all of a sudden he met that beautiful person, his perfect partner, and had a family. And so that money that he was making, it wasn't quite enough to go around anymore, and he needed to make more money, which meant employing more people and having more responsibilities. And very quickly he found himself doing more and more hours trying to make ends meet, seeing less of his family, and before he knew it, time was passing him by. And as for that free time, well, kiss that goodbye as well. So after 5 years of him working very hard and doing what he thought was right, he decided this is not good anymore. I'm not making enough money. I'm not making enough time. I miss my family and I'm constantly putting out fires. I got to find out what other people are doing so that I can do it as well and get better results. So his first stop was he heard about a study that the University of South Australia did on hours, and he discovered that people that are employed and on salary are only doing 37.5 hours on average per week, and yet people that are self-employed are doing at least 56 hours a week. Well, that wasn't too good from a time perspective. And then he started to go to the Australian Bureau of Statistics and discovered that only 39% of businesses actually make a profit, and the rest of them are either at a loss or breaking even. Now, on top of that, he saw that only 2% of businesses reached $2 million in turnover, and out of those, only 10% of businesses ever got sold. Well, that wasn't the goal or the dream that Tom had when he went into business, and so he decided, I got to get some help about this. I got to find some answers. So he sought out an expert, someone that had already been successful in business, and might I say, fairly handsome. And he said, please help. And so this expert said, okay, I'll teach you 3 things. I'll share with you the dangerous mistakes that businesses make so that it'll help you in your company. The first dangerous mistake that most business owners make is goal setting. So Tom, I want you to take this quick quiz for me. So tell me, how many leads will you generate this month? What will your turnover be this month? What will your profit be this month? Tell me your exact sales conversion rate. And tell me, Tom, why are you running your business in the first place? Well, Tom had this look on his face and said, I don't really remember. Well, don't worry, Tom, because the reality is that only 1 out of 10 small businesses have any growth targets or goals or track them in any real time. And a survey that was done found that nearly 50% of businesses failed to identify any key performance indicators, or in other words, goals. Now, to reinforce the importance of this, Tom, I want to share with you a study, a very famous one, done at Harvard. They went and they saw this class of Harvard students that were doing an MBA in '79. And they asked these students how many of them had goals. And they discovered 84% of them had no goals, 13% of them had written goals but no plan, and only 3% of them had written goals with a plan. So after they tracked this down, they then went back and saw this same class 10 years later, and the results were astounding. They found that the 3% that had written goals with a plan made 10 times more than the other 97% combined. So the importance of setting goals is undisputable. In addition to back this up, another survey showed 74% of businesses that monitor their KPIs or their goals in real time hit all of their growth targets. So the simple act of saying, what are my goals for this month or this year or these 3 years, will massively increase the results of your organisation. So the Street Smart solutions for you here. Get clear on what you want, set targets to aim for, and create an action plan to achieve them. And then, most importantly, monitor and measure those results. So, important question for you, Tom. Will you take action on this? Yes, I will. All right, well, now that'll lead us on to number 2. The dangerous mistake number 2 is not effectively creating an online presence for your business. It's time to take another test, Tom. Are you got an effective social media platform operating at the moment? Do you have a CRM, a customer relationship management system that's building a database for you? Do you have a system to grow your list or your database? And are you communicating with your database on a weekly or at least a monthly basis? Oh, well, I got 1 out of 4. Should I give up now? No, never give up, Tom. Get excited, because if you're still surviving without doing this, imagine what's going to happen when I share what's coming up with you. Did you know that 87% of Australians access the internet daily? They spend 10 hours a day on an internet-connected device. And 17 million Australians are active on Facebook. Not to mention, 4 million signed up to LinkedIn and 15 million unique Australian visitors on YouTube. And here's the thing. 52% of these small businesses have no social media presence at all, even though most of Australia is sitting there. And more surprisingly, 80% don't use paid online advertising, pay-per-click, Facebook pay-per-click, etc. So, imagine what's going to happen when you learn these skills, Tom. Yeah, you should be excited. So, here's some more Street Smart business solutions for you. Seek an expert, determine your marketing outcomes, and build the right team to help you achieve these outcomes. Are you going to take action on this? Yes, I am. All right, great. Well, then we'll move on to the next dangerous mistake. Not creating systems. So, time to do another test. Do you have an organisational chart in your organisation? Do all of your staff know their roles, responsibilities, and your expectations for them? Do you have a reliable, predictable, affordable lead generation system? And do you have a reliable, predictable, affordable sales system for your business? Well, what was your score, Tom? 0 out of 4? Okay. Well, let's look at this, because there's every chance that you've then had this experience. The employee from hell. And how do I know that? Well, if you've read the book Top Grading by Jeff Smart, you'll see in there that it says 3 out of 4 times the wrong person is hired for the position in a small business. And the cost of a mishire is 15 times the position's annual salary. No way. Yes way. Consider this. You've got the cost of the lost opportunity, you have the expense of recruiting a new employee, you have the expense of training that employee, also the cost of the mistakes that they make when they're learning, the cost of your reputation from the mistakes, and the cost of the frustrations and interruptions, not to mention the value of your time. So you feel this, but you don't see it because you're busy and you're not nearly as profitable as you know you should be. So imagine having a system. Imagine developing hiring questions, doing a practical test of that employee, checking their references and doing a DISC profile on them and giving them a trial period. If you did those steps, then there's every chance that you're not going to have that employee from hell. And is it very difficult? Well, not really. It's simply a recruitment system. So you've got to understand that in your organization, you should be systemizing everything in your business. Essentially, like Michael Gerber said from the E-Myth, everything falls into 4 categories: guiding the business, getting the business, doing the business, and running the business. See, you got to understand, if you want to sell your business and maximize the value of it, it's not exclusively based on the annual revenue or profitability of your client list. It's also based on your processes. If the business is not duplicatable, the business cannot be brought to the next level. You see, your systems in your business should be so tight that an employee, when they want to do something, will know exactly what their roles and responsibilities are, have a job description, and then have an explanation of exactly how they should be doing it. And so, as an example, if you have a look at a marketing role, you would have all of the ways you get a client set out here, as you can see in the getting the business area. All of them, all the processes will be identified and organized and documented. So whenever you have a new staff member, can you imagine how easy business will be when they just click a button and they see exactly how to do their role? Can you see how quickly the training would be done and how errors would start disappearing and how those fires that you mentioned earlier that you were constantly putting out seem to disappear and not reoccur? Well, this seems pretty complicated, Tom reckons. Well, it's not really. See, all you need to do is find somebody that's been there before you and somebody that's actually had the experience and can help you implement these systems. And our recommendation is for you to find somebody at least 5 times more successful than you in that particular area, e.g. a mentor. Now, here's another study that found that just having a mentor more than doubled your chances of success in business. It is a real game changer. So, your Street Smart Business Solutions here, Tom. Find an easy platform that simplifies systemizing your company. Commit to at least 5 hours a week of strategy time. That's time for you to be starting to developing and documenting your systems, working on your ideas and your marketing and your sales and your accountability systems. And find a proven mentor to guide you through this path. Here's an important question for you, Tom. Are you going to take action? Yes, it's what we want to hear. So here's some key takeaways just to go over what we've covered today. You always may have clear goals, set targets, constantly measure what you're doing, and take action. Your time to step up, learn the digital age, create an online relationship system, understand Facebook and online marketing pay-per-click, and build a great team that you can delegate to implement these systems. And again, most importantly, take action. And you must systemize everything you do, create roles and expectations so that your staff know what you expect from them, and find a mentor, a proven one with a proven track record, and again, take action. Now, would you like to know more? If so, well, I have a gift for you. We call it the Street Smart Business Transformation System, and let me just share what's in it. Firstly, you get to have a hidden profits consult where I'll go through your organization and we'll have a virtual conversation and look for areas of opportunities. Now, generally, I find anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 in hidden profits for a business, and many times much more than that. And I normally charge $500 for that consultation. In addition to that, you're going to get a personal invitation to one of my Street Smart Business Mastery workshops, which is valued at $997. And in that workshop, that's where we actually teach you new ways to improve, to systemize, to develop sales strategies, marketing strategies, and create a profitable, scalable, saleable business. Now, for bedtime reading, you get to see the latest copy of my latest book, The Inconvenient Truth About Business Success. Now, if you go to any of the major bookstores, you'll get a copy for $27, but you will get this included in this business transformation system. And you'll get a copy of my DVD, Take Control. This takes you through the journey I went through to take me from over 15 years of struggling like Tom did to then within the next 3 years applying the Street Smart principles, becoming a multi-millionaire and having one of the largest air conditioning companies in Australia. In addition to that, we're going to give you a free trial of the Street Smart Systems platform. So you're going to be able to start systemizing your business and structuring it as a business that is saleable. And to help you do that, we're going to give you a consultant that'll work with you and help you regain control, start systemizing your business in less than 10 hours. So let's just go through this again. You're going to receive a Hidden Profits consult with myself. You're going to have an invitation to Street Smart Business Mastery Workshop, a copy of my latest book, The Inconvenient Truth, a copy of Take Control video, again, that journey that I took to help me break through and get me into understanding that I needed to create a business and not a job, a 30-day free trial to the Street Smart Business Systems platform, and a free systems onboarding consultation from a systems expert. Now, the real world value of that is $1,881. Your investment's only $97. Why only $97? Well, I'm opening up new enrollments into Street Smart Business School, and I'm looking for serious entrepreneurs that really want to improve their organisation. And so after you experience the benefits and see the power of the information I share with you, just maybe you might think this is a great fit for you as well. But let me ask you, if all this did was give you a simple method to start freeing you up from your business, would it be worth it? Or if all this did was help you find an extra $20,000 to $50,000 of hidden profits in your organisation, would that be worth it? Well, you've got two choices. Keep running your business the same way, or look at the Street Smart approach to growing a valuable, scalable, saleable business. Are you ready to transform your business? Well, let's look again at these gifts and see if they can be of help to you. So I'll have a conversation with you personally, and that conversation will have a look at ways that you can maximize the profits in your organization. You'll also get to attend one of my exclusive Street Smart Business Mastery workshops. In addition to that, you get a copy of my latest book, The Inconvenient Truth About Business Success. You get a Take Control DVD. We'll show you the journey I took to take me from over 15 years of frustration to going into having a business instead of a job. In addition to that, you're going to get access to our Street Smart Business Systems platform. You get a 30-day free trial, and I'm going to give you an expert in systems to take you through that process and help you utilize this software, because there's nothing worse than having complicated software that you don't know how to understand to use. Well, this software, one, is so simple. Number two, instantly you'll see the power of using it. So, again, the investment's only $97. Obviously, you see that comes nowhere near covering my costs. And you're going to save at least $1,784. There are only 8 places left as I've put this briefing together. And if this is of interest to you, well, claim your gifts while you still can. Again, the real value of this is $1,881. But your investment's only $97, only while I have places available in my business school. So if you'd like to save $1,784 and put your business onto the fast track and put into the speed wealth zone, then you want to take action now, because this will not last for long. Now, I also have an outrageous guarantee for you. If you don't believe that this was one of the best investments you've ever made to improve your business, we'll happily refund you $97 for you. So claim your gifts while you can, put your details into the side, and we'll race this system out to you. In the meantime, just have a listen to John Dwyer and listen to his story of how these Street Smart principles have helped his business.
Hello, my name is John Dwyer. I'm from Warrnambool. For those of you who don't know, about 300 kilometres west of Melbourne. I've started a painting company called Busy Brush. I was in a real dark place. Several years ago, I was $3 million in debt with a construction business. This is a family business. At that time, I'd actually even become homeless because of the debts and the court cases and etc. that were besetting upon it. From October of last year was the last of the court cases. I've cleared all that back debt. I'm now in a much better place. Mel and Ian, I didn't know what to do. I basically had to decide, I thought pretty much business was over for me actually. And what Ian did, he made me think about where I'm going ahead. And at the time, all I could do, because I was so broke, I could think of was to do this painting. So I grabbed together some painting things and started into it. And then Ian showed me the strategies on how to do the marketing and sales. Now, the thing you've got to understand is I thought that was the end of it. It wasn't the end of it. It just happened again and again and again and again. And last Thursday, $18,000 in my pocket. I got so busy, I quoted a lady to paint a front fence $3,500. And I thought, absolutely no way will she take that job, and I'll be criticised, but I thought that's good because I'm so busy with what I'm doing. She rang me and told me, you've got the job. Despite what you may think about a higher price, what Mel and Ian have taught me is that what we believe to be wrong there, I did the best job ever. I delivered on the delivery of it, and she was so proud of it. Now, what we assumed to be an overpriced job, she considered it to be the right price job. I started winning using Ian's marketing and sales strategy. I increased my conversion. For every 3 quotes that I was doing, I'd win 1. So that's still the case right now. And I'm now, as a result of got my, honestly, where's my wallet? The only reason I haven't got more $100 notes in my wallet now is, there it is. The only reason, you can't fit any more into my wallet. Now, when I started, within a month of launching the website, I'd gone from obscurity to being listed as number 1 on the web site for searches for painters in Warrnambool. So those of you who are struggling and struggling bad, know that if you put your trust in Mel and Ian, the cash appears. The problems end up going. It's $3 million worth of debt no longer existing. And I've got this new cash flow system that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't have come in absolute pain and suffering into Ian's environment. So, and from the bottom of my heart, Mel, I just love you guys. Whatever they tell you to do, implement it. I know it is strange to some people. I had to get used to so many terminologies and that was foreign to me. My thing is for every dollar I've paid them, $15 I've got back. So I've handed them for $1, I've got $15 back, and I'm multiplying that even more now. Just applying these strategies. It works, and the money will appear into your life. Thanks guys, I love yous.